Farah's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Who's everybody's disapproval? Should've worshipped her sooner.
If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every side is getting more bleak. Fresh poison each week. We were born sick, you heard them say it.
The church offers no absolute. She tells me worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you.
I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of good God and let me give you my life. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of good God and let me give you my life. About to make love good times. My love is the sunlight. Keep the goddess on my side. She demands a sacrifice. Drain the whole sea, get something shiny, something needed for the main course. That's a fried with a high horse. What you got in the staple? We've learned some faithful. God looks tasty, God looks plenty. This is hungry world. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of good God, let me give you my life.
No masters or kings when the ritual begins.
There is no sweeter innocence than our gentle sins.
In the madness and soil of that Saturday scene.
Only then I am human, only then I am clean.
Amen.
Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of good God, let me give you my life.
It's beautiful out tonight. I can see out for miles from here. I like to think that if I try hard enough, I can still see home. Home. I feel the cool sea air touching my skin, and it reminds me of home. Though likely it hails from the coast of Argos, traveling through the valleys, finally reaching Mycenae. 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 Just words. New words with no weight. All of this is new, foreign, and I don't care for it. Right now, lovers are taking a cool dip in the Inachus River, just south of here. The water is low in the summer season, so I am told. So low, in fact, the lovers can walk hand in hand from bank to bank. Sometimes I wish the waters would rise and flood the valleys. I could try and call this place home, though I know it wouldn't last long. I remember when the stars did more than shine. They sang for me. I honestly thought I was special. Now all they do is hang there, isolated from everyone. What a cruel existence. I recall crying myself to sleep countless nights. Their heartbreaking songs reassured me that life is not fair. I found solace in that. The poets worth remembering tell us that the greatest stories are forever immortalized in the stars. I can't feel them anymore. Yet I know they're out there. As my time comes to a close, I feel everything, yet nothing at all. I find myself asking more questions lately. Do I warn them that one day their city will be burned down to the ground? Speak of the destruction that awaits their future? All that will be left are artifacts of a dead people. Agamemnon, do I tell you of the homecoming that has been planned for you? 10 years is a long time to wait. He would not listen. He believes that what I speak is nonsense. My mind may very well be the only place where coherent thoughts exist. Once I open my mouth, it's as if my tongue is forked and nothing comes out as intended. He would not listen, but maybe someone else will. Soon the man who smote King Priam will join the rest in Erebus before he is tried by Hades. His wife will have drawn him a bath, and when he is finished, she brings him a cloth to dry his body. Of course, this is no ordinary cloth, as his wife, Clytemnestra, traps him and begins stabbing the once king to death. I wish I could ask her how it felt to get revenge against a man who stole your firstborn from you, a man that acted for a brother and not a wife, a man plain and simple. Of course, I will not have the chance to ask this question, as Aegisthus, cousin to Agamemnon, will have taken my life already. I cannot tolerate these images that flash before my eyes anymore, conquering my thoughts so that all I can take in are events that haven't passed yet. These visions are not mine, and when I am overwhelmed, I have no one to turn to, for no one believes me. And who would? The ability to see the future. Now I can only find shelter in the past. What has come calms me. I retell myself the tale as often as I can to relax my anxiety. Cousin kills cousin in order to bed a woman and take back a kingdom which was rightfully his. As a first decree, Agamemnon's children are split up and sent far and away under the guise of education and marriage. With the children of Agamemnon away, they are no longer a threat to Aegisthus. In fact, he keeps one child behind as a trophy of spoils, Chrysothemis.
Come, Cassandra. It is time to go.
Poor girl, raised under the manipulation of a mad queen, and a serpent for a father figure. But as fate would have it, these circumstances were never meant to be permanent.
It's far too dark out here to see where I'm going. Where are the stars when you need them? Of course, the earth must be twisted here. Is the path ever easy? Let's see, I've almost passed the stream. So I should nearly be there. But I feel like I've completely lost my sense of direction. North is this way, and... I must not forget the sins Aegisthus has wrought. My father will have his vengeance. Aegisthus will pay for his misdeeds, as will Mother. Cast me out from my own home. The prodigal daughter returns for your blood. Mother, you have borne an enemy into thyself, and it is time to pay for what you have done. 7 years. 7 years is a long time to be away from home.
Electra, slow down.
Must you slow me down?
Must your tongue crack like a whip?
If I am expected to put up with this clown of a husband, yes.
Clown, you must be joking. I am clearly the smartest man you know.
Well, that doesn't leave much hope for the rest of humanity.
Please slow down. We're almost there.
Even more reason to make haste.
Let us enjoy the view. The city is beautiful from here.
Need I remind you that you are only a husband in name?
No, you need not remind me. I have the years to prove the part I have mastered. Am I not convincing?
Perhaps too convincing.
Have you never been tempted?
Please, let's not go down this road.
Have you never entertained the thought?
My answer would not satisfy you. I would like to thank you for all you have done for me. Not all men would have shown me the level of kindness that you have.
I know.
This life has not been an easy one.
You were speaking to a peasant, princess.
The day they threw me out was the day I stopped using that title. Not one citizen of Mycenae raised their voice over the treatment of my father.
You know what they did to him. But would you really expect a shepherd and merchant to raise their voice against that kind of opposition?
Not one person. And then he ships my brother off barely at the age of 10. What kind of a person would do a thing
And
like
I am sorry for that. Electra, we will make this right.
He was just a boy when I saw him last. Barely at the age of 10.
Would you recognize him now?
No. And for that, she will pay.
Man is shrouded in mystery, ruled by impulse and carnal desires.
When the blood of an enemy spills upon the earth,
spurting out the torrent showers in all directions,
plucked from deep in the flesh,
the blade glistens in the sunlight.
With a firm grasp around the hilt, knuckles white.
A shaking fist lowers by her waist.
the deed is done.
The other hand, calm, collected, brings a cloth of the dress to the meadow,
cleansing it of its sins.
The flesh still shakes down to the bone.
The moment is all too real.
Flesh upon flesh. The warmth of his touch calms her. A drop of the deep, rich crimson falls from her gown, adding to the pool below, mixing with dust and stone.
It runs through the cracks of bedrock until
Weightlessness, terra firma no more.
it descends upon the waters below.
Impact. The waters are unclean. How is it that a place of leisure
someone suspected a bathhouse
becomes the scene of regicide?
A king is no more.
Enough! I have grown weary of this memory. It suits me not.
that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more.
But I know I'll never lose affection
For people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Should we be expected with open arms?
If that is the case, expect a dagger in your back.
Oh, but this is a joyous homecoming, brother.
There is that wit that all the Athenian women love. You know what to expect.
If you are expected to get anything done, if we are expected to get anything done, we cannot come in with stone faces.
You are telling a queen that her son is dead.
Queen, I am sorry to inform you, but your son has, passed.
Passed? Did I just miss him? Come, be quick, you're wasting my time.
Passed on.
You mean dead? Probably burning in Tartars.
No mother would respond like that.
Friend, have you met my mother?
Only once, and it was brief. She sent me off with you when you were just a boy.
To be sent off when you're only 10. Immediately after losing a father.
When we arrive, you must wear a smile, not a grimace.
I never took to performance quite like you.
That is a shame. Performance or acting can be a beneficial ability. When you accept that your life revolves around truths and deceit, all of a sudden you become the master of your own fate. The stage dictates who you can and cannot be.
If I had a home like that, then I would have never left that. But then again, I already have a difficult time pretending to want to go on.
A melancholic boy such as yourself has so many possibilities. You could be the cheerful prince, or the mysterious lover, or the lovable town drunk. Oh, think of the possibilities.
My possibilities at owning your life were taken away from me when they shipped me off with you. I tell you this now, if I had one possibility this very moment, it would be for her heart to stop. When she has reached the happiest she has been in months.
She's still your mother.
She banished me to a lesser country.
Lesser country? It could have been worse. Have you heard the story of the babe with pinned ankles left for the wolves? You should consider yourself lucky.
Nonsense. You speak nothing but nonsense. Day and night words come out of your mouth, but they are nothing but empty. You call yourself a teacher, but do you even follow your own lessons? With my uncle's history in my snake, my mother knew he was trouble. That snake has been trying to find a way to get back into power for years. And all he had to do was slide between my mother's sheets.
How is this constructive? You speak as if you lived through this. You were whisked away at the start of it all. Your one-dimensional plotting is melodramatic, Orestes.
Why is it that I'm consistently asking myself why I keep you around?
You still have much to learn. Sooner or later, that will become apparent. For your sake, I hope it is sooner.
No. Do not turn this around on me. You speak cryptically, and I'm supposed to consider that a lesson? How am I growing?
You're responding critically, are you not? You're picking apart my arguments until there is nothing left, as if you were intending to feed the scraps of whatever is left to a pack of hungry dogs.
How you earn the title of tutor, I will never understand. You speak in circles.
Sometimes, when we truly listen, we hear what is needed to break the cycle.
And what cycle is that?
History repeating itself.
What a fool! Your power of speech is waning.
And sometimes the fool speaks true. You should know that some have caught my wisdom on good occasions.
Often the clown wishes he were the fool. yearning for that misunderstood intellect. I get to witness one of your moments of clarity, Pilates.
Oh, that is truly a shame. For if you were to ask any woman of Athens.
What? That you are quite good at clearing their thoughts? They must have been empty beforehand. This man speaks of tricks that he does not possess.
Your words sting like the tips of arrows.
Better to be sung by my lips than the arrows you catch the poor women of Athens with.
You have no idea. Orestes, would it truly hurt to try a different approach? Trust me, brother, with honey you will catch more flies, especially if we are to move on with this half-cocked plan of yours.
The plan is solid, as long as we stick to it verbatim.
If we are caught, can you imagine the penalty?
Death.
Death.
I will follow your lead, as I feel you still have lessons to teach me. Show me, and maybe I will follow in the footsteps of the great Pilates.
Oh, now who's performing?
Don't act like you hated it, even if it were false praise.
Well, I am glad to see your spirits rising.
Don't push it.
Let us move on before somebody witnesses that grotesque arch upon yourself that you call a smile.
I follow your lead.
Father, it has been all too long. I feel as though the execution of my arrival took more time and planning than your travel back home from Troy. I want you to know that had I been there, I would have done something. No questions, without hesitation, I would have acted for you, Father. But I was sent away. Far away from here to live with a man that I did not know. I understood that love. I understand that these are arrangements meant to preserve the relationships between families, kingdoms like you and Mother. I wasn't hurt by the arranged marriage, but I was hurt by the way it was carried out.
Who's there? Who are you and what are you doing here? This is no place for a...
Who am I? Who am I? How dare you speak to me with such a tone? If I were you, little one, I would bite my tongue with a clenched jaw so that the muscles begin to tear, and then bite harder until the blood begins to pool in your mouth and you cannot hold it in any longer. Finish your thought. This is no place for a what?
Stranger.
Oh.
I do not mean any disrespect. I do not know you, but please understand. This is a special place to some. My father was buried here.
Father?
Yes, my father, Agamemnon, the king.
Could this really be the babe I once carried around as a child?
I do not know who you are, stranger, but I am...
Chrysothemis!
Do I know you?
No. Or at least not directly.
Are you a friend to Mycenae?
Yes.
To my family?
To some, yes. I hail from the Athens.
Are you a descendant of the house of Theseus?
No. Oh. I once called this place home, though I do not recall any of it. Like a distant memory, fractured and misremembered. It's not how I left it. Not one bit. This was once my home. I remember running through these forests with family and friends. I was well liked. I regarded all as my family. There's this feeling in my heart branching down toward my soul. Some call it warmth, but it feels like pain. Everyone was my family here, and they took that all away. coming back wouldn't be easy, but this... I wasn't expecting to feel this. I was expecting to feel...
Numb.
Yes. Numb.
I know that feeling all too well. I too once had loved ones that I called family. But think of this, stranger. Reality rarely matches up to the existence we think up in our minds.
So wise for someone so young.
With the life I have lived, you would think I have been around much longer than my appearance suggests. Perhaps I am an oracle.
Perhaps. Maybe if time permits. I would like to thank you for the gratitude you have shown me. I acted in aggression, yet you still met me with peace. I will not forget this kindness.
I am glad to be of service. As Princess of Mycenae, I am glad to help all who reside here. Please, do not hesitate to ask for anything, friend.
I would very much like to meet the King and Queen of Mycenae, Princess.
Oh, well, they are both very busy. Perhaps I could arrange a meeting with a colleague to the King's advisor.
That will not do! That is not good enough.
Why would you need to see the King or Queen? What is your business?
To meet my mother.
I never thought I'd see it again.
Neither did I.
It seems different.
A bit off.
Yes. I can't place my finger on it.
I would say it feels like a fuzzy memory, but I left this place as a man. My memory is lucid, untouched.
Says the old man.
Something is different.
Excuse me.
I am so sorry,
No,
sir.
it is my fault.
No,
I was
no,
hoping
please
to
excuse
find
me,
out.
sir.
A jumpy one here.
I am not jumping. I merely have somewhere to be with a master who does not want me to be late.
Who is your master?
The king.
Aegisthus?
He prefers to be called by his proper title and prompted by the likes of a... What do you do exactly? Probably a musician.
A musician? Well, that's better than the last time someone gets their station in life. Let's see. Last time, you were thought to have been a... What was it again?
Nomenclator?
What is that? I've never heard of such a job.
A human calendar.
But how would that work?
One stands nearby, as an attendant, and memorizes important dates, events.
Declaring the time of day at the top of every hour. Bong! Bong! It is noon.
Do I give off such an impression?
No, more of a musician with your waif-like appearance, gaunt, malnourished. Definitely a musician.
I would rather be thought of as a nomenclator, a winemaker, even a vestal virgin than a simpleton who plucks the lute for drunkards and promiscuous women!
Peaceful, laddies. The boy made a mistake.
This boy must be going now.
Wait. I actually have business with you.
And what business would that be?
I am to be presented to your king and queen, as I bring notice that their son Orestes has died.
The child seemed to want to learn.
As I was told, that was the reasoning.
If memory serves correct, the boy died on his voyage overseas. At least, that's the story the king tells. I've heard it over several occasions. And if you ask me, that's a story you want to believe. Do not cross the king.
I am here with a purpose, charged by the king of Athens. Should I really fear this man?
This is a man fueled by titles, pride, and excess. You do not want to be the cause of wiping a smile away from the king's face. It brings brooding to a whole new level.
Oh, is he a performer too?
Quiet your tongue! He does not take kindly to mockery either.
Peace, peace, I was only laughing at our expense.
We'll see who's laughing when the king has your tongue in his firm grasp. I must be going now. You've kept me behind long enough.
You are a messenger, are you not?
Yes, this is the job I've been charged with.
Then do your damn job.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, and sir,
Yes?
Don't forget to wear a smile!
Did we make the right impression?
Something tells me that impressions, whether they are good or bad, are what really matter to this king.
So we're making a statement.
And a loud one at that. We should be going.
Can I have a moment?
Take the time that you need, but make sure you leave enough for those that really need it. I will be waiting inside.
I am not certain that the path that I am headed down is correct. For as long as I can remember, I have had to be both compass and captain. I have to come clean. I am lost at sea. It just as one. This would be different. This felt like home. But I do not feel an allegiance to this place, nor its people. How am I expected to serve as a son to these people in this country? Aegisthus has won. The throne truly is his. If the throne is what he was after all along, then that makes the rest collateral damage. My uncle needs to learn that when we start to pick away at our foundation, time is all it takes to send the structure toppling down. If his mission was to claim the throne and the coin that came with it, then drachma for drachma, I will give him his fill of inheritance until he can swallow no more and chokes on the coin. Welcome home, indeed.
One day they will all come back to me. Taken away at such an age, time was not set aside for them to grow with their mother. It all happened so fast. Too fast. Pig of a man, pig of a man, he deserved the steel against his neck. I would stab him 1,000 times again if I were afforded the chance. Leading her to her favorite place in the kingdom. She trusted you, and you used that against her. Why would you take my baby from me? You took her from me. You snatched her from this world and deprived it of her love. You took the one thing that meant everything to me. Everything. You took what was left of me, and I had nothing left to offer. You left me with 3 children, and I had absolutely nothing left to give them. What could I have possibly given them when all my heart was taken with her? Now I find myself lost in memories wherever I go. Just yesterday, I was walking through the city when my eyes made contact with a merchant. She looked right through me, and I saw her judgment. To have a lowly merchant scrutinize my actions? I doubt I will ever have to make eye contact with her again. To question what I did? I sent them away because they reminded me of you. Before the attendants came to take them away, I remember looking down at the two babies, Orestes and Chrysothemis. She looked so much like Iphigenia. I could not send her away. Oh, the boy, on the other hand, I would have strangled him just for the fact that he had your eyes. That's how lasting an effect you have had on me. I want you gone, but your face haunts me every day. I struck you down again and again, yet you persist. I beg you to leave me be. You win. You win, Agamemnon. You shall outlast me. I do not intend to live through this week. You can have all of this back. I have grown weary of this cursed life you gave me, husband. I will leave this world where you took my Iphigenia from me. Then I will haunt you, Agamemnon. Beware my wrath. It will extend beyond the grave.
My queen, are those tears of joy?
Have you not heard the wonderful news already? Your daughter, the Princess Electra's here, and she wishes to see you.
My daughter, Electra?
Yes, we've begun setting up for the festival.
It is not often we are graced with the princess's presence.
Why, it must be 6 or...
7. 7 painfully long years. Could it be that she is back after 7 years of no communication? My offspring returns to me. A child I barely know. But a child nonetheless. A child needs her mother. So let's do some living after we die. And wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses will ride them someday.
I have been thinking in my head over and over again what I would say to you if we ever met again, yet here I am, and nothing.
I too have often wondered that same thing. You were whisked away from me so quickly, I never had the chance to give you a proper goodbye.
Nothing about it was proper.
I expect to be met with contention. I have much to answer to. I hope you will allow me the chance, the time to explain myself.
I am certain there will be time for that.
That is all I ask. I never could have.
Mother? Mother! Wake up! Help, somebody, please! It cannot happen like this. I have planned so much. You can't leave me like this. Help, somebody, please!
The Queen, she's fallen. Should we get the King?
No, he said no more eruptions for these spells.
But they've been getting worse and worse over the past few days.
Go ahead and do it, but it'll be your neck on the line.
Will you two fools do something? Fetch some water and a cloth.
This one is spry.
Nothing like the other daughter.
Must I repeat myself?
No, we will be back with what you wish.
I need you to hold on. I need answers from you. And for you to answer for what you've done. I remember one morning, laying in bed with you, as the sun broke through the curtains. You looked so peaceful. You ran a kingdom on your own, all while raising 3 children. I was awe-inspired by you. And so there you were, laying asleep with Chrysothemis in your arms. I must have rustled the sheets because you awoke and smiled at me. It's the last memory I have of you. The next thing I recall was Aegisthus hauling me up some mountaintop to some old shepherd and his shy, nearly mute boy. I never understood why I was sent away, if that was your call or his. And I don't know if I ever will. If you knew where I was sent, I want you to know that he treated me well.
Tell me what happened. Now.
I came in to speak with her, and within moments of seeing me, she toppled over.
I know now who you are, but I need you to leave.
I have every right to be here.
You have no right. You haven't been here to live through this. You can come back when she is awoken and had time to collect her thoughts. know, Mama. Mama.
Oh, Electra. I have long waited to hear those words.
It's Chrysothemis, Mama. Electra isn't here.
I could have sworn I spoke with her.
You did. And she will return later. For now, you need to rest.
I know that customs dictate that we wait until we are announced by an attendant. But I do not think customs matter much when murder is on the docket.
Patience will be your friend, Orestes. You need to clear your thoughts.
How am I expected to clear my thoughts when I know I'll have to kill the king?
You have to play the fool, and you need to play the part perfectly. If a justice is able to pick up on any inconsistencies within our stories, or finds you to be unbelievable as a servant to
I understand. I know there's a lot on the line, Pilates.
I do not think you truly do. This may very well be my last lesson, and I do not want to leave this world as a failure.
You are, without a doubt, one of the finest teachers I've ever met. I could not have been luckier.
I have misplaced my faith. My apologies, Orestes.
The king and queen will see you now.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes everything.
What truly happened to Electra?
Tell me now!
I did as you asked. I sent her away. To a shepherd.
You sent her to a shepherd? You told me she was married off to a prince from Ephesus!
I told you what was best for you to hear at the time.
That the boat she was carried on was swept away at sea? Oh, that this was my penance for killing Agamemnon? I was a fool to believe you.
You are a fool, Clytemnestra.
You disgust me.
So be it.
I have given you my best years.
They weren't good enough.
I knew you to act rashly. I knew you to be a stubborn man, but I never would have thought in my wildest desires that I would take a child for a husband.
Patience ought to be your friend. Temper that tongue that wags in the wind, or you may find yourself looking for it soon enough.
King Aegisthus, Queen Clytemnestra, I bring word from a foreign descendant, your son Orestes.
Forgive the interruption, my queen, but I believe something has been lost in translation.
Please, do enlighten us.
We come with somber news. The son to Mycenae, Orestes, has recently departed this world for the next. We come with an urn and the body, which we plan on burning at a time that is most convenient for you.
My king, my queen, I profusely apologize. It was not my intention to...
All is well, boy. All is well. I cannot imagine you would want to raise your queen's hopes only for her to have them dashed a moment later.
Exactly, Aegisthus. I would never
But there are two things that I cannot forgive. A citizen that intends to call his king by a name meant for those closest to him, and a peasant that intends to speak over his ruler. You are to go to the stables and wait until my arrival. Is that clear? You'll have to forgive the incompetence of these people. I'm sure you've also come to collect, have you not?
I am sorry, my king. I do not know what you mean by collect.
From his confusion, I can only assume that you are the tutor that we hired to look after Orestes.
That I am, king.
I could have sworn I had also asked you to get rid of him. Do the words "no loose ends" mean nothing to you, tutor?
Forgive me, my king. He was barely a boy when I took him with me. The act was unachievable under my leadership.
No matter. The boy's gone now. Let us both wash our hands of the matter.
That would be much appreciated, my king. Thank you.
I'll have you paid me on your way within the hour. On the behalf of my wife and myself, we thank you for your troubles.
No. Thank you, king. He was a fine student.
You, take me to see the master of coin. See that restitution is paid for yet another life lost to the plague of the line of Agamemnon.
As is your wish, king. You, boy, did you know my son?
That I did.
Tell me, what kind of a man did the boy grow into?
To some, he was said to have the stubbornness of his late father. But I believe there to be a well of kindness that dwell inside him.
So, did he grow up to be an effeminate? Is that it?
No, my king. It's just that there was more to him that others would be too quick to discount.
Was he a kind boy?
Yes, my queen.
Thank you. You may go now. If only you were my son, I would apologize for the monster I once was. The monster I had not intended to be.
She arrived with the persistence of a marathon runner. She led herself to believe that nothing could impede upon her goals. Like the perched eagle, the mute assassin looked on, awaiting the opportunity to strike her prey. As time passes, a moment to her appears to stretch for an eternity. Something is wrong, different. Her surroundings begin to turn on her as she finds her tenacity dissipating. The cerulean skies are soon contaminated with onyx-like clouds that carry the stern warning: a storm approaches.
The daughter makes herself known.
She begins to lose her edge.
Or, so it appears.
It becomes unclear what is sincere
and what is the act.
Complications beat ahead when the son chooses to deceive both sisters and mother.
The teacher is sent away.
The student forced to think on his feet.
The storm creeps closer as a crash of thunder deafens the sky.
They all turn their attention towards what advances.
The cycle of bloodshed will continue to repeat itself.
Not one chooses to view the problem as a whole.
They only treat the symptom, not the cause.
And that is why the family will be doomed to repeat its mistakes.
Over and over again until one day,
a voice declares that they have had enough.
younger than the sun, ere the bonny boat was won, as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. When that foghorn blows, I want to hear it. I don't have to fear it. I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will flow into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. When that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it. I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will flow into the mystic.
She said she would be here at this hour. What is the delay?
Be patient, cousin. If she said she would be here at the hour she claimed, then she will be here. Have faith.
If you keep this up, I will have a very difficult time keeping my mind at ease until yours is put to rest.
Someone has certainly aligned themselves with Aries today, have they not?
Would you really like to test that claim?
Quiet. Someone approaches.
Sister, I'm overjoyed to see you here. I thank you for bringing bearers along with you.
Yes, it is tradition. That is something I wish to preserve within the walls of this kingdom.
I'm glad to hear it. I see you brought the offerings.
I did. Before we begin, you should know that Aegisthus has forbade any activity that commemorates our father.
I'm sure the king makes many decrees, none of which concern me.
I understand that you are not accustomed to our traditions, and I do not expect you to follow them blindly. But I do expect a modicum of respect when it comes to understanding why we do them and the respect we give one another.
I will not respect your king, Chrysothemis. Understand that right now, for the sooner you learn that, the better off you shall be.
I do not believe I'm asking for much here, Electra.
When it comes to the man that helped cut down our father, I do, Chrysothemis. I do.
I do not know him, Electra. Agamemnon is only a name to me. A donor, a chapter in a book that has been long forgotten. How am I to disrespect the man that raised me and honor one that I never knew?
The murder of a king, regicide, should not be easily looked over, princess. You follow tradition, you bend your knee to rank and file into line when authority dictates it. I don't expect you to follow in my footsteps, for I plan on slaying your king Aegisthus before the day ends. I know you did not ask for my presence here, but awareness is paramount right now. Know that I am not the guest you are used to receiving. My wrath extends years, surpasses even the longest of seas, and it is thirsty, Chrysothemis. My wrath needs to be quenched, and I will not be satisfied until the blood of Aegisthus has solidified on my body. I happily look forward to the moment that the blood spurts from his body, dries upon my flesh, and calcifies like a cast. If you or your virgins ruin this for me, you will be the first I wipe from this earth.
Electra, I am sure you have your reasons, but murder is not the answer. There can always be a delegation.
You're far past the time for words. I came to you today for 2 reasons. I need your help, Chrysothemis, to show our father the proper respect upon his final resting place. Come, you two. Pour the drink for my father. Second, I cannot rid my singer of Aegisthus without your help. I am alone, Chrysothemis. I need my sister.
What you ask of me is beyond my abilities. I cannot. I will
I
not.
will need you. Please take a moment before you make your decision.
You come back after how many years and act as if you are a part of this family and I am supposed to accept that? That I have this older sister that I am to support and bend my will to. No, Electra! You listen to me. What you are asking for will bring about the downfall of Mycenae. I have a people to look after.
What I am detailing will not bring about the downfall of a people, rather their liberation. You speak of being the voice of the people, but it's time to put rhetoric aside and actually take some action. You two may go. For your sakes, I hope you respect your lady enough to keep your mouths closed and your eyes to the floor. The god Apollo charged me with the duty of avenging father's death. That includes mother as well. I've had a hard time stomaching this, committing matricide, but I have been charged, Chrysothemis. I cannot say no. You have no dog in this fight, Chrysothemis. You were unlucky enough to be born into a family that picks apart at one another. The god of light told me of a prophecy that our family will continue this cycle of bloodshed and that these preventative steps will bring an end to the cycle. I'm tired of this family, Chrysothemis. There's no good fortune here. You are better than this family. You deserve more. You deserve good fortune.
Please, can we slow down? I do not understand what you're saying.
I want you to leave.
Where would I go?
I have a friend that will take you far from here. He will take good care of you. In time, you may even come to love him.
Electra, I cannot accept such an offer.
I am not asking. This is not an offer.
Please think this through.
I have. I am sending you off with my husband. You need to go and collect your things. He will spirit you away before nightfall. When all of this is said and done, you may come back. When the dictator has been put out to pasture and this family's wounds have healed, you may return.
I cannot.
You will go now. This is the end of the discussion, Chrysothemis. Myself thin. Made far too many promises, but I will make one more for his sake. I will make a new home for you at Gistus, where you will live among the maggots and the worms.
Is that so, Princess? I doubt the king would take kindly to such words against him.
Threats from a messenger? Or a spy?
Or something much more.
Famous last words. You have chosen a poor time to rise within the ranks.
I would stop now before a fatal mistake is made.
That is the point, you fool.
Do you mean to speak in puns, sister?
I hate puns.
Peace, peace, I mean you no harm.
And I am not your sister.
But you are, Electra. You are my kin, and I am yours. You may remember me by the name of Orestes.
But I was told the child was dead. I was informed of his body arriving tonight to be burned.
The word given was immediate. They want Orestes to be a distant memory. The queen's heart softens, but that does not cleanse her of her transgressions. I have come under the name of Nathanial, and I will stay under that name until father is avenged.
The boy is dead.
And he will have to stay that way if I am to finish what I have set out to do.
Which is to kill
the king and the queen.
Mother, just this.
I remember you being much quicker. Time has not been kind to you.
Nor you. I remember a sweet boy.
I am a product of this family. What shall I say?
Nothing for a moment.
Where is Chrysothemis?
Gone. I've sent her away.
Has there not been enough of that in this family?
It's for her own good. Trust me.
For her own good. What would you know of being sent away?
I know because after you were forced off by boat, I was next.
How long have you been away?
I've only been back since yesterday.
No. Forgive my bullish nature.
It's all right, Orestes. I'm just so relieved to see you here.
As am I, sister. As am I.
I would love to live in this moment for as long as we could, but there is something pressing we must turn our attention towards.
And just this.
He will die tonight.
An unlikely team. Yet, much more preferable than working alone.
Do you know where Justice will be tonight?
The stables. He'll be reprimanding a servant there.
Since when does the king deal out the punishment?
Since the king of Mycenae began to delight himself in masochistic ways.
It needs to be stopped.
Bring that dagger with you. It shall come in handy.
But what of Mother? I am having second thoughts.
Was she not the one who struck father with the blade?
She has changed, Orestes. I have seen it firsthand!
One obstacle at a time, sister. Let us take care of Aegisthus first. Meet me at the stables in an hour. Listen for the bells. What do I tell her? That mother has to go and that she has no say in the conversation. No. She will only respond to an authoritative voice. You are a boy in her eyes. You need to be a man. This isn't a conversation, Electra. There's no say in this. Mother must die. Ugh. It still doesn't work. I wish Pilates were here. He would know exactly what I should say. Use wording that gets you to look at the action and the problem. Move her on what needs to be done. Move away from the heart, but if you are to use it to motivate her. Thanks, Pilates. You're a lifesaver. But what if she still says no? How will Father be avenged if only a half of the party is brought to justice?
Lost?
Excuse me?
Lost. I happen to be lost, and I was wondering if you could help me find my way.
I do not understand.
I suppose I could digress and go on about how we're all really lost, just trying to find out our way in this world. How each person must pave their own path in life. The beauty of how each path branches out, allowing for the possibility of multiple lives, multiple outcomes, existences. It's a beautiful idea to mull over. It's a shame that neither of us are correct. Fate, my boy, fate is what chains us to this earth. That's how they want things.
Well, the stables are south from here, the shops are to the east, and the palace is to the north. If you're looking for lodging, head west.
And what if I was looking for you?
I would say you're quite lost indeed.
Am I Orestes?
How do you know my name?
This is not our first meeting, and it is certainly not by chance.
I have to be somewhere.
No, you do not. Electra is still in the palace. With your mother, in fact. Oh, you mean Aegisthus. He has not made it to the stables yet, though he is on his way. You should not be waiting on this path when he comes by. He is a one-track mind type of person. He is focused on beating that poor messenger.
Who are you?
Now we're asking the right questions. Come closer, for I have a secret. I'm known by many names. The Doctor, the Archer. You may know me by the name of Apollo, the Lord of Light.
It is forbidden to reveal yourself, is it not?
Tell that to Zeus and his wandering eye.
I doubt I will meet him.
Don't be so quick to judge yourself, Orestes. There's much to you. A very interesting boy. An interesting life ahead of you, indeed.
So I'm here, speaking with the god. About?
Life.
Because I'm interesting?
More or less.
You are also known as the god that cannot lie.
I'd like to leave that one out.
What is your business with me?
To make sure you are on the same path as your sister. For she seems to be wavering on her duties.
Duties?
On your own accord, you have charged yourself with the vengeance of your father. Your sister, on the other hand, she needed some incentives.
So you charged him with an assignment, is that it?
I refer to it as a religious calling, but whatever floats your boat.
So she and I are just carrying out your plans?
No, no. These have been your plans all along. As I've said before, you have been on my radar for quite some time. And your father, Agamemnon. What happened to him was just regrettable.
That was my mother's doing.
Not entirely. You see, my twin sister had something to do with your father's downfall as well.
So am I better off swearing off all the gods then?
Perhaps. But would you hear me out first and then decide?
I am listening.
What happened between your mother and father was a long time coming. We all saw that coming. But what we did not anticipate was the viper, Aegisthus.
Really? Because it seemed quite apparent to us down here.
Some things may go overlooked from time to time. I will admit that. But I will not take your insolence. Your mother, as imperfect as humans get, knew full well the ramifications of her actions. My sister, on the other hand, let a few of these slip by. Mainly, the Furies.
They truly exist?
I may be overstepping boundaries here, with the information I am handing out, so this cannot be shared with anyone else.
Of course.
The Furies, as I'm sure you've heard, can be quite a bit of trouble.
They act as judge, jury, and executioner.
And all three believe in order. Now, your mother threw Mycenae from order into chaos. She needed to pay for her misdeeds.
Did this sit well with the Furies?
To put it plainly, no. And I'm making things right by aiding you in your journey.
And how is that?
I know your love for your sister is real, but do not let Electra cloud your judgment.
I am trying.
For the cycle of murder in your family to end, both king and queen must die.
But what if my mother has changed her ways?
For the cycle of murder in your family to end, both king and queen must die.
Okay, understood. Though I want it known that I do not agree.
It has been noted.
Is there anything else I should be aware of?
I wish you hadn't asked that.
I know you cannot lie, but you can avoid things. Is there anything else I should be aware of?
For the cycle in your family to truly close, and give both your sisters peace, the Furies will come after you once Clytemnestra has been killed.
And what will they want?
They will try you fairly, listen to you equally, and carry out a punishment fit for your misdeeds.
And I would do this, why?
Because you are a good man, Orestes, and you want to see your sisters live in peace.
It never gets any easier. But it's good to be king. You here to help clean up?
So to speak? Yes, Aegisthus.
Did you not catch this one's cry for attention? Hint, it did not end well for him.
I know I am supposed to call you my king, but in all honesty, I can never see that day coming to fruition.
Why you? You will be next.
Wait, you rodent. Are you not interested in knowing who I am?
All right. I will grant you a momentary reprieve. Who are you?
I am the rightful heir to this kingdom, son to a slain father, and brother to a very pissed off sister.
That would mean.
He's talking about me!
body. The body is here.
Queen, he may not exist how you imagine him.
The body is almost here, Queen. I will present it to you momentarily.
Please, go fetch me some water and a cool cloth. I am feeling very hot.
Has it arrived yet?
No, it has not.
Good. Because I wanted to tell you.
When we see him, he won't be the boy you remember him as.
I know, Mother.
Good. I am happy you are here with me, Electra. That is as it should have always been. I am so sorry for the way things ended up.
As am I, Mother. As am I.
There. Put him down gently there. Gentle. I thank you, gentlemen. On behalf of the great King Agamemnon and the Queen herself, Clytemnestra. I know these past few days have been trying for you, my queen. Losing a son and regaining a forgotten daughter.
More than you could fathom. I'm sorry, I never got your name.
Lately, I have been called Metanoia.
That is a beautiful name. What does it mean?
Penance.
A strong name for a strong man.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to let you know that I forgive you.
I know I should have never given you away, or let Aegisthus take up the crown. I am a woman of many mistakes.
The second I met you, I forgave you for letting me go. I forgive you for killing Father.
I do not understand.
She will never understand. She did what she had to do.
You two know one another? Electra, we do not confide in our help.
It's not like that, Mother, I promise.
You are far too attached, Electra. It needs to be done.
Please, I need more time.
There is more going on that meets the eye. Please trust me when
Enough of this right now. I expect to be told exactly what is going on here.
The truth lies under that sheet. Look long and hard at the sins you have wrought.
This is a sick joke.
No, Mother. This is no joke. This is your penance for all that you have done.
Mother.
I thought you looked familiar. Your eyes. I should have killed you myself when you were a child.
Perhaps for your own sake you should have.
Please, we can talk through this.
I don't think any amount of talking can repair our relationship.
I agree.
Mama, no! I asked you for more time! The only thing I have ever asked of you!
It had to be done. Please trust me, you are better off not being a party to this.
You are done! Done! My murderer of a son! I curse you with the Furies. May they be swift with you, for if they are not, well, isn't that your problem now?
She's gone. I'm sorry, Electra. It had to be done.
It's done. It's finally over.
Over.